Hi there, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. As you can see, I'm ready to do some work. I ran around the island for a couple hours. I got all of my dailies done, and I'm like, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Dummy, you got a lot to do. So I decided to work on the southeast river. We'll cut that back. I got rid of the bridge. So there is some time skipping, but it's like Thursday, Friday, and then I go back. So it's not that big of a deal. And I also had some ideas. That is not the river, you moron. That's the Heart Pond. There, I hope you can fix it. Yay. Good? Oh, perfect. Okay. That was dumb. There's the river. All right. I also, while I was doing this, I came up with an idea for our shops. Not sure about the museum or the campsite yet. I'm still stuck on those two. But does somebody have a thought bubble? They sure do. Why? We just went on a villager hunt, right? Why? Although that happened to us before, didn't it? Callie has to move, and then a couple days later somebody else has to move out. Boone, what is your problem? I'm sorry, distractions, as usual. This is why it takes me forever to do the simplest things. That money tree thing is driving me nuts too. I just can't ignore it. Can't ignore that. I can't ignore balloons. I'm a hopeless case. Boone? That's where he was, right? In that corner above the museum. That's his house. No. He was in that corner. In front of the campsite? Wow. Who loves wasting everybody's time? That would be me. He was right in this corner. He was right here. Oh. Okay. Yes. Oh. Okay. I didn't think he'd ask to move out. I mean, that would be kind of crazy, but it has happened before. So, and I am going back and forth with the time. Well, first I asked Tom to get rid of the bridge, the very expensive bridge that I had on that river. So I had to skip a day to make sure the bridge was gone, and then I went back, and now we're doing the river. I'm going to take it all the way back toward the beach, but I'm not getting rid of it. I just need to redirect it, and I don't know exactly where I want it, but I do have an idea. Maybe a lake where the shops are right now? Okay, we got a conversation with our brand new... I hope nobody's too upset with me. That would be yesterday's video, Friday's video. And by the way, we've never had Blanche. I've never had her as a villager, so I'm very happy about that. And I don't think I've ever had Rex either. So yeah, I could have taken Rex. We do need a lazy. But I feel weird making a video about a villager hunt and then finding the villager on the first ticket. And it's like, well, that's the fastest 2-minute video I've ever made. I mean, I could do it. There's no law says I can't, but... Okay, so Blanche is behaving herself. Oh, they're just so pretty. I know that quite a few of you don't care for the taller villagers. And I just don't have a problem with that. That is not an issue with me. And my definition of dreamy does not coincide with a majority of you. I know that much too. But I have never been in the popularity gang. And I'm not into groupthink. If anything, it's a turnoff for me. And that might upset some of you, and I hope it doesn't, but I apologize. Not apologize, because that's just who I am. The minute something becomes uber popular, super hyped, it turns me off, and it makes me not interested anymore. And yes, I've always been that way. So it's the same thing with this game. If there is an extremely popular villager, I'm going to lose interest real quick. It's going to be like, well, that took the fun out of it for me. And then after it dies down or everybody gravitates towards something else, then I'll try to gather up the courage to find some sort of an interest in that once popular character. Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry, we're almost halfway through the video. You might and you might not hear the dehumidifier going in the background. Can't be helped. Last night was crazy. Instead of the skunk, the neighbor, he always leaves his fire pit. He just walks away and he leaves it burning all night long. And the wind shifted. And at 1:30 in the morning, I was awakened to the smell of house burning down. I panicked. I ran around, checking all the rooms and making sure it wasn't our house that was on fire. That acrid, disgusting burning smell just filled the house. And it's happened before. And I was so upset that I'm like, I just can't do it anymore. I cannot do this anymore. If it isn't skunk, it's burning house down. And if it isn't that, it's loud. So I just went out on the front porch and started crying like a baby. I'm like, I can't deal with this. Something has to change. How much longer am I supposed to put up with this? And just as I was doing that, it was a downpour. It just out of thin air, the rain just gooshed down. So I smiled and I went, okay, I can wait. Go ahead and you put that fire out. Thank you. But the house all night, there's remnants of burning wood in the house. So I can't win. And I gotta learn how to deal with that. So again, I'm very tired. But my throat is a little bit better. The smoke doesn't help. And then that every single year Canadian wildfires, that doesn't help either. I'm probably going to end up getting Alzheimer's disease. They say that there's a link. I could have swore I was standing in the right spot for this balloon. No. Okay. At least it wasn't 3 strikes. And yes, I'm going to deal with the money thing at the moment. I can't ignore it. I wish I could, but I can't. Sorry. Okay, so back to the build. In a moment of clarity, I guess, I realized good spots for Nook Brothers and the Able Sisters. Excuse me, Alice. Thank you. I'm just standing there pushing me out of the way. So after I work on the river, I time skip because I asked Tom for the move and then I have to go ahead to make sure it's there and then I go back. I did that all day yesterday, which was Thursday. I'm recording this on Friday. And I think I just moved my wrist cushion while I was talking. I apologize. Yeah, I dig these 3 holes, and then I'm like, the tree doesn't go here. It goes up on the 2nd level. Dum-dum. Whatever. So the only thing I'm not sure about is this river here. I am going to move it back, but I'm thinking maybe a nice big lake attached to this river. Like the river could stream back this way, and then up at the top where I have Nook's Cranny and the museum, I could make a big body of water. That's one thought. I'm still toying with the idea of taking this river here and going west to our left past our airport. But the problem I ran into, I did give it a shot. I kind of laid out with pathing what I thought would work, and it's not going to work, is trying to get that river to go left and then up to meet the other river. It isn't going to work. There's just not enough room. So I don't know. If I do make the lake on this side, I might have to get rid of our heart pond. I'm hoping I can replicate it somewhere else, but they're not easy for me. They always, well, how do I say this? The round curves. I know they're not perfect, but I can never get them to either equal each other, or one looks too square and the other one looks like it's on its side instead of at the top. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. So I could stare at that pond for a while, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. So I do have a lot of ideas in mind. I have a lot of work in front of me. I got to get rid of all of this stuff. Oh, and by the way, I didn't record it because I really wasn't thinking about it at the time. But while I was doing the Tom business, I thought, I'm going to ask Isabel again. So I did. I asked her what our rating is, and it's still at a 4-star. She read me a message from Celeste, and then she told me that I really need to zhuzh things up decorating-wise, and we just don't have the items to do that. So, yeah, where those 3 buildings are, I would take the South River there, move it over to the east on our right, go up, and then make a big pond towards the edge of the 2nd tier. That's my thought. And the second thought is to take the South River, move it up just a bit, and then go to our left, straight past the airport. And now that I'm looking at it, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea just to put a big pond in front of resident services. That might not be a bad idea either. It's going to look a lot more rigid than the one on the top of our map, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But there's also the possibility of making it kind of weave toward the left, come into a big pond in front of residents. I don't know. Lots I still need to think about, but I'm continuously thinking. My other idea was either the museum or the campsite. Should I put that behind the houses where it kind of already looks a little foresty, like where you see my red thing in front there, in front of the river? Just plunk the campsite down there. And should I go all out with the museum and make it super fancy and ornate and elaborate? Or just put it in like a cove-ish type area, not easily seen with the naked eye? You happen upon it? That's another idea I'm having. So I don't know. Maybe we could even do that in front of resident services. So anyway, when I did go to the next day, Isabel told us that we have a camper. And I always like to check and see who shows up on our island. Not that I'm specifically looking to get rid of anybody at the moment, but if it was one of my ideas of a dreamy, then yeah, I would try. Like Cranston. I know I didn't try hard, but even after recording, I went back about 3 more times because he was there all day. And it was the same rigmarole. He just wasn't interested. So I said, okay, well, enjoy your time here on Cabot Cove, and I will see you maybe in another island hunt. Who knows? So who do we have this time? I have no idea. Like my outfit? Oh, that's another thing I thought I would mention. I may have mentioned it in a previous video that I don't remember. Wearing sunglasses, does that... Oh, that's... Kid Cat? I have Agent S's amiibo. This is Kid Cat. I have no idea the personality. Yep, Kid Cat. But unfortunately... Oh, he's a jock. I'm not really interested in the gimmicky. With the exception of Rocket, I just adore Rocket. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Maybe she's just too pink. But that kind of stuff, when their faces are hidden, it just makes me sad. So wearing sunglasses, do you guys have an issue with that? Yeah, our first photo, you guys. I honestly felt like I was kind of neglecting him. And he comes over and gives me his photo. And then this happened. Can you believe it? I talked to her 3 times, and the 4th time she throws this in my face. Oh, man. I'm seriously debating, should I just blow her off? Say, yeah, sure, label, yeah, right away. I'll get on that this second. Give me a minute. So she's gonna give me the vampire costume. Like always. I don't have face paint. I probably don't even have a hat or anything. I did buy the face paint. Is that a Nook Miles thing? But there's nothing in there. I'm not happy. I gotta go through this again. This is how I lost faith in her the last time. So this is what I chose. She can like it or lump it, and I'm not knocking myself out anymore. I don't know what to tell her. And she doesn't seem to know what goth is. She says, goth, Halloween, or something to scare your mom. Now, how can that be so ultra specific that she's gonna go, oh, yeah, okay, great, here's a ticket, and I'm not gonna give you one of my items, so be off with you, peasant. I don't get it. I even have bat wings. I don't know why I bought those bat wings. I think I felt sorry for Kicks, and I'm like, okay, I'll take them. But Halloween is, oh gosh, I'd love to say right around the corner. I can't wait for Halloween. No more neighborhood nonsense. No more critter nonsense. Oh, man. Counting down the days. She gave me something. Whoa. But she didn't seem enthusiastic, and she didn't say, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing in the world. You are a genius. She didn't say that. But she did give me... Yeah, she's not overly enthused, but I passed the goth test. Don't ever ask me to dress like goth again. I'll punch you in the nose. I'm stunned. So that was the day, the 2 days. I thank you very much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Lots to do. You take care now. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.